Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jason Pepe, and today we're going to be talking about cacao, but we're going to talk about a very special variety of cacao, which is called Jaca, or round leaf cacao. I'm going to bring you over in just a minute to show you what the seedlings look like, and a little bit of a surprise that I got when I grew these from seed for the first time. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual scions, in other words, pieces of wood from an actual mature round leaf cacao, and how I had grafted it, and I'll show you what that looks like when we come back. You see this nice long leaf? That's the Obroma cacao. This is your typical cacao that when you grow seeds or when you get a cacao plant, this is what you're going to see. This is your round leaf cacao, and you can see the shape of the leaves. They have a kind of a round shape. Now, what surprised me was that later I obtained some Jaca, or round leaf cacao pods, also from Puerto Rico, and I planted those, and now it's at about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and I was kind of a little worried because when I saw the new growth coming from the seedlings, I looked at it and I says, this looks kind of odd, right? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a minute. All right, so here you're looking at the seedlings that actually, now that I look at the date, there's a date on here. This was October 25th is when I planted these seeds. So, you know, what shocked me a little bit was that I started noticing the growth, and I looked at the leaves and I said, wait a minute, is this really the round leaf? I mean, the shape of the leaf looks similar to the one I just showed you before. You could see here, but when they were really tiny, when they were tinier, you see, I thought that was like, wow, maybe I didn't get the right thing, but no, these are the right ones. These are round leaf cacao, and aren't they beautiful? Look at that, they're doing great, right? So here's the thing, as I look at the secondary growth, right, because this is the first set of leaves, and then here, if you look here carefully, I don't know if I could even focus in on that, but that is a nice round little shape right there. So these are coming along really nice. See the leaves, okay, tiny little leaves. And when I had the scions, they came out immediately. They did not have this shape. They had a very nice kind of a round shape. Now, there is probably a little genetic diversity going on here because, you know, you have seeds that have genes from two different sets. Well, they have two different sets of genes from two different parents, right? So there can be some little variation, but it looks like they're all going to have that shape just like the other one. That one there is nice and round looking. Now in the front, these are just lemon drop mangosteens. They kind of, I had a little extra room to fill in here, and I didn't have any more, so I threw these in here. So these are lemon drop mangosteens. But yeah, I'm going to show you a couple of other ones that I have growing in a community pot, and I'll show you that in just a moment. All right, so here I have some of the round leaf cacao growing in a community pot. So a community pot is just one pot, obviously, and you take the seedlings and you plant them in the one pot, maybe like, you know, a little bit space between each other, just enough so that they can grow. And these all pretty soon, like in about a couple of days, I'll have to take these out. And what I do is I usually take this bag, I use the fabric bag, I'll put the fabric bag on this, I'll put it sideways and I'll squeeze it, and then all of these guys will slowly be separated, and then I can replant them in these deep containers that I have. And these are going to be available for sale very soon. So this is your round leaf cacao obtained from 2 cacao pods, and seems like I kid you not, I must have had 99% germination. There's another set of these. I'll show you those in a minute. But yeah, this is beautiful. It's doing fantastic. By the way, there's no fertilizer in here at this point. This is growing on its own energy, okay? No fertilizer, because you run the risk of burning them or hurting them. So, you know, what you want to do is you want to get them off to a good start. And you'll notice there's these sticks in here. Okay, so the sticks are there because birds love to come around and kind of dig through these pots and cause all kinds of hell. So these will deter the birds. Now, in the absence of the sticks, sometimes you can't do that. So you have to put something when they're small seedlings, when they're just beginning to be set out to germinate, you want to put them in something that you can cover the top with a mesh or some kind of a grill to keep those birds from getting in there and messing everything up, because it takes a lot of time and energy to get these guys going, and then the last thing you want is a bird to come around and screw up all your hard work. All right, so this is the round leaf cacao in a 7-gallon container. This one was grafted with a cleft graft, and you can look at these leaves and you can see the same round shape. So round leaf cacao, 7-gallon container, grafted. So this would be the 4th scion. And I got lucky, I guess, because I only received 4 scions, and the 4 scions all became well fused in about a month and a half. That's about how long it took. They started growing at about a week and a half. You started to see some growth, but you know, a month and a half later, they were already beginning to get well fused, and the parafilm tape was already beginning to, well, it was almost completely gone. There was still some, but I had to remove it manually. But yeah, the plant is doing very well. Now, some of you are going to notice these leaves and say, oh man, that looks kind of, those leaves look like there's some kind of deficiency or something happened. So what I think happened here, and by the way, if you look here, I don't know if you'll see this on the camera, but these leaves look great. They look, all this new growth looks fantastic. But you know, there are some concerns here. If you look at these leaves, right? And then when I show you the one right above, when I stand up, you'll see the whole plant that's got 2 more scions. That one looks even worse. So I'm not sure if this is like a magnesium deficiency or something's going on here. Maybe this variety requires different nutrition, different moisture. Maybe it requires a lot more humidity. I mean, it's from Brazil. What do you guys think? You have any suggestions? You have any ideas what you think is going on? That'll be more important. It'll be, actually, I should say, that'll be more noticeable when I show you what the 15-gallon tree with the 2 scions looks like. Let's go take a look at that. Here we are. We're looking at the top of the 15-gallon cacao. Theobroma cacao. Theobroma cacao round leaf, also known as Jaca, a mutant cacao. These are scions. This is the first scion, and then there's another scion right over here. And these are going to be mother plants, so to speak. These are going to be the ones that, as they grow out, I'll have more and more wood available, so I can produce more of the mature species, which should probably start producing fruit or flowering as early as probably midsummer, coming up in 2025. You can see it's an interesting looking plant compared to these leaves here. And then there's this issue that I'm looking at with the leaves having this burnt or this nutrient deficiency issue going on, which may be related to pH, or it may be related to something with the weather, less humidity. Maybe it could have to do with something missing in the soil. There might be some nutrient that's not there. What do you think? Leave us a comment. Anyway, I hope to have plenty of these available next year, both seedlings and have actual grafted ones. The grafted ones are going to be really hard for me to produce many, so I don't think I'll have too many of those. But I will definitely have plenty of seedlings. So if you're interested, check out peppiesplants.com. Drop me a note, let me know you're interested, and we'll put you on the list. Everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.